It's Adam with Dating Destruction. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the looks topic. Do looks matter when you're going to attract a female? How important are looks? If you don't have looks, is that going to prevent you from ever finding a woman that would do you such the pleasure of providing you with some female intimacy? And if you don't have looks, if you haven't been blessed with that genetics, the genetic lottery, is it over for you? So that's what we're going to be discussing in this video. I'm going to give you my thoughts, my opinion on this topic, because there's many different beliefs out there, many different ideas. And I think that my ideas on this topic, as we got some bikers here on the road, going to try to navigate while I drive, and at the same time share some thoughts here and add to the discussion. Because some people believe that might be all that matters. But I think that's an excuse. I think it's an excuse, and we're going to get right into it. Now, of course, you want to take care of the things you have control over. Make sure that you are having proper hygiene. Brush your teeth, have a shower, groom yourself, get a haircut. Take the hairs out of your nose. Take the crusties out of your eyes. Don't have snot in your nose. Make sure you don't have bad breath. Like, for God's sake, take care of the basics when it comes to your hygiene. This is something you have control over. Then, what else you can do? Go get your fashion down. Wear some clean clothes. Look at some different magazines. Look at maybe there's some people you're into. Maybe you're into skateboarding. Maybe you're into who knows what. Look up some celebrities or some people that you are inspired by, and maybe copy their fashion. Or experiment. Take some risks. Go buy some things that you think are cool. If you feel good about what you're wearing, that's going to translate into more confidence when you go out. And do the best you can when it comes to that. But once you've taken care of those areas, that's not going to give you game. That's not going to give you social skills. That's not going to necessarily help you be a better communicator. So communication skills are a whole other factor. Once you've taken care of these things, you still got to go out there. You still got to be able to talk to people. You got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to have the courage to walk up and say hello and move things forward and make your intentions known. You got to have a work ethic to continue to take action on a regular basis, depending how much time, how much effort you want to put into this, depending how far you want to take this pursuit, because it's a pursuit that there is no cap to how far you could take this. So you got to work that out for yourself. Do you want to take this seriously? Do you want to take this as far as you can? Are you looking for a wife someday? Are you looking to have kids? Or are you looking to maybe just continue to have relationships for the rest of your life, perhaps. That's something for you to decide. How far do you want to take this? How far? What kind of girls are you looking to meet? There's always a new challenge. Every single day is a challenge. You can be throwing yourself into group sets and learn group dynamics. You can be throwing yourself into different places in the world and talking to girls all around the world. You can be challenging yourself in many different ways in this endeavor, and it's rewarding, and it's a way that you can push yourself and grow as a person. Every single day is a new day. Every single day is a challenge, a new challenge. You're only as good as the performance that you do today. Yeah, maybe you went and you approached some girls and you got out of your comfort zone and you pushed past fears and worries and anxieties. But then today, it's another day. You got to do it all over again. And you're going to be talking to a lot of people to find those women that you connect with. A lot of people are going to fall through. A lot of girls are going to flake. You're not going to hear back from them, but that is to be expected. It's a lot of work, and the work never stops. And what you put into it is what you get out of it. So, yes, looks in the sense of basic hygiene, making sure you don't stink, and you're taking care of your temple. That is a factor. No one wants to smell your bad breath or look at your eye crusties that you still didn't even wipe out of your eyes when you woke up in the morning. Maybe take care of your fashion and groom yourself. But once you've done that, if you haven't won the genetic lottery, which again, looks are subjective. That's why there's genetic variation. If you look into this, there's genetic variation for a reason, because there's all kinds of people, because no one's attracted to the same type of person. And the thing is, when it comes to women, they aren't just concerned about how good looking a man is, because they're attracted to survival and replication value. So yes, maybe good looks, which again are subjective, that is one indicator of having good genes, but also there's many other factors that can compensate for maybe a lack of good looks. A good work ethic, having courage, being a protector, being able to take care of somebody, being smart, being intelligent, having a good mind, being able to navigate through the world. Thing is, when you're in a bar, when you're in a club, and it's a fun environment, fun can be an attractive quality. Adding good vibes to the environment, being able to be social and navigate social situations, emotional intelligence, social intelligence. These things can be of value. Having social connections are a valuable trait, and things that women can find attractive, just like can be attractive if you're looking to make social connections. So it's not just about looks. Also, people want to make excuses and blame the fact maybe that they don't have good looks, or people that have good looks want to act like they're somehow superior because they were born with traits that they didn't even have control over. But you are not more superior because you're better looking, and you are not less than because maybe you're less good looking than somebody else. which again, this is subjective. It's subjective, and you can compensate. You can compensate for looks in other areas, especially as a man. Men are more concerned about looks. We're more judgmental on looks than women. Women are looking for other factors. They're not just looking at looks. As well, you're not going to connect with every single girl that you talk to, not even close. So then you might be thinking, oh, it's because I'm not good looking enough, when really you just haven't put yourself out there. You haven't talked to enough people. You haven't put in the work. You haven't developed your social skills and social calibration. You're not able to pick up on the nuance when somebody is attracted, and you're missing out on opportunities because you haven't developed that area of your life yet. Give it a chance. Put in the work. And don't make excuses. Before, like, look at it this way. Before you start making the excuse that you don't have looks and that's why you're not getting the results with women, ask yourself this. Assess the actions that you're taking on a daily basis. And ask yourself this. Am I going out consistently? How many women am I talking to on a daily basis? Have I optimized my hygiene, my style, and my fashion in the areas that I have control over? Have you done that? How much time have you put into this? Have you been studying social skills? Have you been getting help from people? Are you able to approach the girls that you want to approach? When you see the girl that you're interested in, do you make the attempt? Are you going out at least 3 to 4 times every week and putting in a minimum of a couple of hours and dedicating yourself to getting in those reps, talking to women? Do you have a strategy? Are you moving things forward at the most basic level? Do you open the girls that you are attracted to, and do you go for the close? Do you go for a phone number? Do you suggest going and hanging out right then and there, grabbing a coffee, grabbing a drink? Then are you trying to then suggest going somewhere else where you guys can be in a one-on-one situation and perhaps move it to a more intimate level? Are you doing these things, and how much time have you put in? How long have you been doing this? And I bet you, if you're not getting the results that you would like to have, you haven't done nearly enough. Yet you want to blame your looks, or you want to blame some other factor because you're lazy. You're lazy, or you just don't realize what it takes to succeed at the highest level in any endeavor. It doesn't matter what you do. This is a skill set. You can't take it personally. When you go out there and you're approaching girls and they don't want to go and have sex with you, which is a big ask, by the way. That's a significant thing for a woman to want to do that. She's risking 9 months pregnancy, possibly having your child. Of course, she's not just going to accept something like that with just anyone. You're looking for results way too quick. You got to have patience. You got to be willing to put in the work, and you got to be willing to enjoy each step of the process leading to that potential end point. So you got to realize what this takes, what this looks like. This isn't something that's just going to happen right away. There's a lot of areas that that's going to take time for you to develop. And social skills are one of those things, and it is a skill. It is a skill, which means it's something that is developed over time. It's developed over time like any other skill game. I used to skateboard. It took me upwards of a decade to develop the levels of skill where I was then doing things at a high level. Now the thing is with meeting women, you've already got it in you. You're a social being. It's a natural thing to meet someone of the opposite sex, develop a attraction for one another, and to have sex. It's natural. So you've already got it in you. But the thing is like myself, if you don't realize that rejection is a part of the process, or that this is even something that you can cultivate for yourself, then you might walk around thinking that it is personal, that you might have it in your mind that it is just about looks, or that it is just about either you got it or you don't. But I'm here to tell you that it's not like that, because I used to think like that too. And even let's say some people might say that you're good looking, some people might say that you're ugly. Well, even if you've been blessed with the genetic lottery, characteristics are cultivated. That's something you're not born with. You might have had good influences, good upbringings. Maybe you had people to give you some advice at an early age and let you know that it is something that you have to work for, that this is a process. So you might have been starting off with certain advantages that you may not have even realized, or things that you took for granted. But me, myself, I didn't have those influences. I didn't have somebody to tell me that this was some area that I could cultivate. And that's the thing, is that this is something you can cultivate. You have so much more control over your dating life and over all areas of your life, more so than you may realize if no one told you. So this takes work. This takes effort. This takes you having to focus on this area if you want to cultivate it. Yes, some people, maybe this wasn't something that they struggled in. Maybe they were more, again, naturally had communication skills, conversational skills, again, because they had good upbringings, positive influences growing up. A lot of this stuff is also having good belief systems, internal beliefs, self-esteem, integrity, having a general sense of self-worth. But then these things can be cultivated also. So if you don't have high self-esteem or confidence, or you have this belief that you either have it or you don't, and you've been brainwashed by TV and media trying to put you down and tell you that you don't deserve it. You don't have the looks to go up and approach that girl that you're attracted to, that would be meaningful for you to go and approach, and you don't have that self-esteem, which is cultivated, by the way. Once again, that's something that's cultivated. Then you don't even try. And then you blame it on some external factor that you have no control over. Yet once again, you didn't put in the work. You haven't been making the attempts. You haven't been approaching girls. You haven't been putting in the effort. You haven't optimized all the areas that you do have control over. Yet you want to make excuses. So I think that looks are something that you can also affect in some ways. But once you've optimized where you can there, barring getting plastic surgery, which I don't agree with, mutilating your body so that you can fit some standard of beauty that's been projected onto you from media or marketing or who knows where. So once you've taken care of your basic hygiene, once you've got your fashion down, then you get out there, you make money for yourself. Maybe you get in the gym, maybe you don't. Maybe you learn an instrument, maybe you have some hobbies and some interests that also give you some satisfaction in life. And then you get out there and you just start putting in the work. It doesn't matter how good looking you are. That's something you're born with. Even if you're good looking, you still have to have the courage and the inner self-esteem and self-worth to go out there and make the attempt to even talk to the girls you want to talk to. Then you also have to have a way to move it forward, or even know how to move it forward. You got to be able to get physical. You got to be willing to take risks and risk rejection. Go for the kiss, go for the hug. Even if you're good looking, you're not just born with that. And you might even have low self-esteem. You might have good looks, but you might have low self-esteem, and then you don't even go for it because, again, you don't see yourself as good looking. What is your self-concept? Your self-concept might be that you're some golem-looking figure where maybe externally it's not like that, but internally that's how you feel. So a lot of this is also working on your internals and cultivating confidence within and self-love. And how do you do that? Well, first of all, you do that by perhaps saying that you have inherent value just because you're here, you're born, you're on this planet, having gratitude for the life that you have. You might also cultivate self-esteem and confidence through keeping promises to yourself, by having integrity with yourself. That's a big one. And then reading high-level literature, reading philosophy, reading books on science, evolutionary psychology, understanding yourself better and the way that our mind works, being good at things, developing skills, being of value, providing value to people, maybe getting outside of your head and trying to be a positive force in other people's lives and helping someone maybe that's in a worse place than you are. That can feel good. Setting your own values, your own morals, and deciding for yourself what you value in life, and instead of taking on the values from TV and movies and marketing and business and who knows where, and start deciding what those are for yourself and living up to your own values, setting the bar for success in regards to what that means to you. These are some ways to develop self-worth, confidence, self-esteem, and stop trying to live up to other people's values. Right? So once again, maybe, again, looks are subjective to some degree. I mean, who's the arbiter of what is good looking and what is not good looking? I'm really, 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 really good looking. I'm really, 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 really good looking. And now the girl's going to be attracted to me because I'm really, 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 really good looking. It's not because maybe I'm a negative man who complains and is superficial and actually is very judgmental myself, and I'm going to just base everything that it's on things I can't control, and I'm going to make excuses, and I'm not going to get out there and put in the work, and I'm going to blame everything on looks, and I'm going to listen to toxic people who confirm my beliefs in life. that it's all about looks. That's why I can't get a girl. I haven't read any books on psychology. I haven't worked on myself. My communication skills suck. I don't have a good strategy. I'm not willing to get help from others and focus on areas that I have control over. I wake up in the morning. I don't even wash my face or brush my teeth. My breath stinks like doo-doo. My fashion is terrible. I don't even try with my fashion. I have no self-respect or integrity with myself. I talk shit on people. And that's why girls don't like me, though. Not because of any of that. It's because of my looks. It's not because I'm lazy. It's not because I don't even understand that there's strategies that I could maybe implement and maybe there's a better way. No, it's all because of my looks. I don't approach women every day. I don't go out to the bars or to the clubs. I don't try to add value or be positive in life. I don't focus on any of that. What's the point? It's all about looks. You see how ridiculous that is? People want to make excuses and say that it's because of this or that. Every excuse under the sun. Yet they haven't even come close to optimizing in all the areas that could potentially get them results. You want quick results. You're impatient. You're not willing to put in the work. You want things to come easy for you. Anybody that's succeeded at a high level has put in massive amounts of effort on the back end. You just don't see it. So that's my thoughts on the looks debate. As well, learning from others. There's a better way out there. There's strategy involved. Communication skills are a skill. That's why it's called communication skills. And sometimes you just need someone to believe in you. Sometimes you just need some support in life. I know myself what it's like to be ridiculed, to be crap talked, for your friends to be crap talking you, to be gossiped about, to not have anybody there to support you. I know what it's like. And that's why, among other reasons, why I put this content out there is because I want to help others. Another reason is because by teaching others, you are then furthering your understanding and getting better in your craft. And that's why I do this as well. And that's why I coach people. So if you're looking to take this seriously, if you're looking for a push, and to see that this is real, this is something that you can affect, this is something that you can cultivate for yourself. You can get the sex life you want. You can meet the girls that you truly desire in life. And I know this to be true because I've done it for myself. So hit me up at datingdestruction@gmail.com. I am giving, at this time, free 30-minute strategy calls where I go over your sticking points, the things maybe you're struggling with right now, and I give you some insights and wisdom that I've cultivated over the last 10, 12 years of my life in this pursuit, as well as all the experiences I've got cultivating a high level of skill in other areas of my life for decades even before this. I have a unique perspective in this, and I can help you, and I'm giving free strategy calls right now. So if you want to take this to a high level, take advantage of this. I'm not going to try to sell you anything. I'm literally doing this just to provide value and to help you. And there's nothing wrong with getting help. This is what anyone that succeeds at a high level does. They get help. They strategize. They mastermind. Even the king has people that they get to give them insights and a different perspective. I do this. Anybody at a high level does this. They're reading books. They're getting mentors. They're learning from others. So take advantage of this. As well, if you want to take things to the next level, do some in-field coaching with me. And as well, if you want to inquire about that service, again, datingdestruction@gmail.com. Otherwise, like and subscribe. I would much appreciate that if you got some value from this. If you want to help support the channel, please like and subscribe. Other than that, talk to you again, and all the best. Peace out.